Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. I just want to again thank the member benefits people who will be presenting today, as well as a couple of our suppliers. For those of you who joined us, our last supplier spotlight, which was a couple of years ago, we've just added the member benefits to this since we've added so many new member benefits this year. So I just want to go over the format of what we're going to be doing today and then turn it over to Alan for the member benefits session. So we're breaking it, as I said, into two sections. We're going to be discussing some of the new member benefits we've added this year. Then we'll have some questions for those people if you have any. And then for the second half, we'll be spotlighting a few of our suppliers, which is something that we've been doing over the past few years. For those of us who can't come to the conference to meet some of our suppliers, we're hoping that this is an opportunity for you to do that. So if you have any questions for them, we will have that at the end as well. We ask you to remain muted if you can use the raise hand function or in the chat, and we'll deal with those questions during the presentations. So without any further delay, I will turn things over to Alan Jobe, who is the a past president and chair of the membership committee for the last couple of years. Alan?
Thank you, Darren. So as Darren mentioned, the first half of today's webinar will be dedicated to reviewing member benefits. And we're pleased to have three of our newest benefit providers here today to talk about their offerings. So first up is Joy Newhold. Joy is the co-owner and senior training manager of the Great Canadian Training Company. Welcome, Joy.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me here today. Our company is the Great Canadian Training and Consulting Company, and I know that's a big kind of mouthful to say, but we really want to make clear to everyone who we were, what we did, and why we do it, or where we do it, sorry. And so what does that mean? We offer public and private software and professional skills training, and everything we provide training on, we offer consulting on. And our training is available online across Canada, on site and online. So that blurb is a lot of information. So I'm going to just take a few minutes to kind of explain that in more detail. So I'm going to share my screen. Perfect. You guys can see my screen okay? Okay, so about 20 years ago, or more than 20 years ago, I actually worked full time at another company, and all my colleagues would go off to training and they would learn all these wonderful things. But they had a hard time sometimes applying what they learned in their training to their actual job, or sometimes they would be missing a piece of information or a step, but there was no support for them. So that was one of the cornerstones when I started Great Canadian Training, that all our training had to be practical, hands-on. You had to be able to go back and apply it to your job. All the training is always with a live instructor. Recorded training has its purpose, but the training we do is very specifically with a live instructor, so you can kind of ask questions as you're going along. And then all our training comes with after training support to help you if you're missing that one step. The other cornerstone we built our business on is we felt that customer service was really important. So as a training and consulting company, our training and consulting should be great. That kind of should go without saying, but we felt it should be really easy to get a hold of us. So if you're on our website, it's easy to call us, contact us. Our chat is always manned with a live person throughout business hours. I believe you guys have our email address and everything. Even when you're on the courses, it's really easy to reach out and contact us with any questions. And our goal was always to be friendly, helpful, and very responsive to our clients. And so you can see we train thousands of people every year. So when I talk about software training, I'm talking about things like Microsoft and Adobe products, so Excel, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, creating accessible documents and spreadsheets, and Adobe products. And when I talk about professional skills, we're talking about things like time management, team building, change management. And then we even get into things like business writing that works and minute-taking essentials. So now that I kind of explained the type of training, we talk a lot, and you'll see on the member benefits, it says that the discount is off public and private training. So what is the difference? So let's say, for example, you want to book an Excel level 1 course. So you've gone through the website and you're like, this is the course I want to take, or you reached out and talked to us and this was the course we directed you to. So you'll notice under the course card, there's always a list of dates and a cost per person. And so this is public training. It's a schedule that's open up to anyone from the public, and it's designed for individuals or companies that only need a few people trained. So it's very cost effective if you have under 6 people who need training, but you get the same great training that you would in a private session that a larger organization would book. And all our public trainings with a live instructor. We run our courses often. We have a learner come back free policy. You have after train support with all of it. You can ask the trainer questions as you go along, but it's a much more cost-effective way for the individual small groups. So what are some examples? So you're in an organization, you have 5 people, and only one person needs Excel training. So this is where you would come and book training. Let's say, for example, you have 9 people, but they need different courses. So you have 3 people that need Excel level 1, you have 2 people or 3 people that need Excel level 2. You have some people that need more specialized Excel training. So someone's going to take interactive dashboards, someone else is going to take creating data visualizations in Excel. So that's still more cost effective to put them in public classes based on when your employees are available than it is to try to book private sessions for them. So let me show you how you would book a public session and use your promo code. So if you go to the outline or use any of these 3 buttons, it brings you to the same page. It brings you to the outline page. So you can always get more information on the course. And here's where you register. So let's just say, for example, you have 2 employees that are going to take Excel level 1. So one's available November 5th. The other one says, actually, I'm on vacation, but I can do the January class. So you can book multiple classes, multiple dates at the same time, add them to your cart. I'll just give it a second. And then let's say, for example, you want them to take another training session. So Excel, or most of the courses you're going to find on this class, on the site, the majority of them are all going to be run by Great Canadian Training. But we do work with a few companies that offer very niche courses. And so you can take their training through us also. So let's say, for example, someone needs to take articulate storyline. You can register them. You know it's a partner class because they'll say it's by one of our trusted partners. Add them. Check out. Okay, the top information is the organizer or the billing person. You want to put in the correct province or charge the correct code. The corporate or government ID is where you put in your discount code. And if it's correct, you'll get the check marks. If it's incorrect, you get the infamous red message. Okay, and then this is where you can put in your participant information. Okay, your course will include a PDF reference guide and it'll include the 30 days of after training support. There's additional add-ons or optional add-ons. Here's the person for January 7th. Okay, and here's our partner course. So let's say our first participant is also going to take this course. Okay, and then you will see your promo code was applied. The Excel classes were Great Canadian classes, so you got 15% off. And then the Articulate Storyline class was a partner class. And so you receive 10% off before taxes. You can pay online or you can pay offline, and we'll follow up. All the participants get confirmation emails with the links to the courses and all their course materials and a reminder before the training. So then let's say, for example, you want to book private training with us or you want to get a quote. So private training is cost effective for groups that are 6 or more, starting at 6 people. Where you may have smaller groups and still book private trainings if you want to customize your training. So some of the examples of customizing your training is, let's say, for example, you say, you know what, we're interested in taking Excel level 2, but we want to learn pivot tables, which is in Excel level 3. So we'll work with you to adjust the objectives in your course so that we can include pivot tables in it for you. Another example is, let's say, for example, you want to take time management. I actually had one just book, and they were saying we're having a lot of problems with people organizing their stuff. So they want to work with time management and on the technical side and work with teaching their employees how to set things up in their calendars, things they can do in Outlook to repeat text that they use all the time. So in that way, it's very customized to the challenges that the company or the group or the department is having. And then another example is you might say, you know what, we do pivot tables, but we'd like to include our own files in the training. We don't want to use just your generic exercise files. So you can bring your files into the training and we'll incorporate them into the training because the private training is all about making the session just right for you. And a couple other examples is if this is, for example, a full day course, sometimes our clients will say, can we take them as 2 half days, which you can with a private session. And then another way is we have employees all across Canada, they're in different time zones, so we can adjust the start and end time to accommodate people in multiple time zones. And then the other way is public training is always online with a live instructor. Private training can still be online with a live instructor, or it can be on site at your location, or we have clients come to our training center in Ottawa to take their private sessions. Okay, so let's say you want to take a private session or you want to get a quote. So under any of the course cards, you can click on private training. You, of course, can contact us from anywhere on our website. But let's say, for example, we say, okay, we want Excel level 2. It'll take you right down to the form on the outline page. Okay, I type in my message. Okay, I'd like a quote for 6 to 9 people. When sometimes if people are getting quotes, they're not 100% sure what they want at this point. So we'll quote out a range of people. And then you can say, please use our promo code. And then when they get back to you, they'll make sure you see the discount on your quote. And if it's missing any information, so for example, someone on our side would reach out and confirm, did you want this to be a virtual session or on site? Sometimes you quote both for clients. You might say, I want to do pivot tables. So they'll confirm with you how they'll adjust the outline. And if it's very custom, lots of times we'll meet with clients before training. You submit it. You know, I always laugh when you practice, it always comes out perfect. But you can't accommodate for the site slowing down when you're presenting or a typo. And so that comes into us, and our team is extremely responsive. So I know I'm probably very close to my time. So I just want to actually show you one other thing. If you want to learn more about us, please feel free to come and check out our free resources. We have lots of downloads, best shortcuts, accessibility toolbars. We have fantastic blog articles to help you organize your training, how to choose a training provider, technical information. Like we just had a blog come out on Copilot, Power Apps, stuff like that, even on the soft skills side. But the one thing I want to show you is come check us out. We offer free live webinars. In September, we hit our 50th live webinar. And we just did one on Copilot. And you can go back and we record it so you can see replays of anything you want to watch. But coming up in a few weeks, we have Power BI. Outlook and time management is a very popular topic. They're all free, so you can just sign up. You'll get a confirmation email with a link to join the day and time of the webinar. And then I was just going to show you there's also like a conditional formatting Excel webinar coming up, but you can always go to our previous webinars, watch a replay, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel. And we also have lots of short video tips and stuff. So to conclude, what I really want to say is thank you so much for letting me share a little bit about ourselves. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you're interested in any help in the training and consulting space. We're always here to help.
That's great. Thank you very much, Joy. Our next presenter is Drew Eidsvig, Team Lead, Business Development from Global Payments. Welcome, Drew.
Thank you. Excited to be here. I appreciate it. Great to take the time, and I know we've had some good experiences so far with some members. So I just wanted to. I'll share my screen here, and let me know if and when you see it, please.
Yep.
All
We're
good.
good to go.
Fantastic. Right. So Global Payments. And thank you for the introduction. Global Payments, what are we? So we're essentially what you'd call a credit card acquirer. So what does that mean? If you go to Loblaws in Canada, you go into 7-Eleven, you use a terminal to make a purchase with your credit card, or anywhere in general, because every business that accepts a credit card, whether it's on their website or in person, we offer those services. So we are one of the largest in Canada. I mentioned Loblaws and Shoppers and 7-Eleven specifically because that is through our company. If you go into, it was just in Domo the other, not Domo, no, it was Domo the other day, and they had it in there. But so we are a payment facilitator. So as far as the scale of our company, we are a very large company. We are second in Canada for market share. Number one for debit, I believe, is the last thing that I saw. But globally, we are a Fortune 500 company. We're in a significant amount of countries, global leader for payments and technology. So these are some of our statistics. A lot of the accounts in the US, I mentioned more in Canada. We have, again, significant market share. Surprisingly, not significant market share in every vertical or industry, and this is where it could be of benefit to your members specifically, is because this isn't, your locations aren't necessarily something people drive by every day or get hit as hard as a restaurant for people constantly, giving you different rates or the better rate. So it's something that in a lot of cases where we find where it's a vertical that maybe isn't necessarily as first in mind for a processor, you might not get as many competitive offers as you would in another industry. So it's just something that we've partnered with to try and extend our offering to see if it could be a benefit to you. And we're finding in a lot of cases, especially in a lot of undertapped verticals industries, there is a lot of use cases, examples where it is a benefit. So globally, we have 4.6 million merchants. I think in Canada, we're close to 150,000 alone in Canada. So quite significant. Financial institutions. This is great and all, but you probably want to know about Canada. We do have next day deposit with all the major banks in Canada. We work with a lot of the different credit unions too. So if you do want to look at our services, we can work with any of the banks that you're currently working with. Commerce made easy. So like I mentioned, payments. So whether you're accepting payments online through your website, through a virtual terminal where you're keying in the transactions manually, doing recurring payments, doing some form of deposit, taking payments in person. We have hundreds of different devices. A lot of them are newer Androids or older devices that you might find. So we sell PIN pads too, so you could have front-facing PIN pads. And we are a leader in software. So I know most companies, especially for this association, will likely have integrated, some form of point of sale or CRM or accounting software. So, something that actually talks to the payment portal. So we do have a lot of different integrations for that specifically. So if it's not an existing integration that we have, we're vertically integrated for our developer side. So we can essentially work with any company and any competent developer. We can have them set up within a week, and sometimes a little bit longer if it's integration we don't have. And so I just want to keep that out there. So if we can definitely work with people if they just have one integration. Right now, there's no additional cost to them other than developing on their end. So one partner to power every payment. So again, we are a omni-channel commerce, online payments, integrated payments, point of sale type of company. We do have very sophisticated back ends. So I won't get into all the technical end, but we do offer tokenization where you can store credit card details in a PCI compliant way, which is basically, it's the best way to say it is the industry really frowns upon keeping, or not frowns upon, you really shouldn't be keeping credit card information on a piece of paper or anywhere around the office. It should be in a secure place. And that is what PCI compliance is. And I'm sure a lot of you do PCI compliance audits and are aware. So off to the next page. So yeah, leading technology tailored to your industry. We do everything. So we do everything from unattended solutions for gas stations to retail. We work with the government. Even the city of Winnipeg uses global payments. I'm from Winnipeg is why I'm mentioning that. That might not be as relevant, but and we do have a very large team out of Ontario, specifically within Toronto is our head office. So I do oversee a team that there's even 5 members within Ontario that you'd be able to work with on a local presence. But we deal with anything and everything, and we have a lot of different resources. We have 27,000 employees. So as you can imagine, we have specialties in different departments for specific to your industry that can understand and help optimize or deliver. Already touched on this, the 27,000 team members. So we got a lot of team members. Looks like I flew through this a little bit faster than I thought, but this was the offer that went out via email. So essentially it's what you consider interchange plus pricing. The interesting thing about that is a lot of our competitors, and we can also offer a flat rate price, but we've actually heard that, I don't know if any of you have heard about the small interchange program that's being initiated. So some for some of you this will apply, for some of you it won't. But if you're thinking, well, I don't process a whole lot of credit cards, there is a smaller program that was just initiated very recently. I think it's actually just coming into effect this fall, where you basically get an additional savings as mandated by the government for small merchants. So if you're processing under, I want to say it's 300,000 per year on Visa and 175,000 on MasterCard, you apply for this program. But anything above that, we will still give you the best possible rates that we can with this partnership that we have with your association. But just know that because it's interchange pricing, interchange is essentially the cost that's passed along from Visa, MasterCard, American Express, the card network. And essentially it's mandated that these smaller merchants, smaller places actually get savings through that. So it's a direct pass-through cost that we don't affect, that you get the savings on, if that makes sense. And if anybody has any questions, a lot of this can get really complicated. So this next page, please feel free to reach out, to the association. They can put us in direct contact. What we can offer is a free, no obligation rate review of your existing processing. And we can also recommend potential solutions that might make the experience better for yourself and for your customers coming in. Again, it's no obligation. We find that specifically in Canada, and really every province and every industry, rates are all over the place. So it's very interesting to see. You don't really know until you see what people are on. And obviously this is for, like, this offer is for anybody that's processing with a different processor outside of global payments. But if you are an existing global payments account, feel free to reach out and we can connect you to your account manager as well. But we've noticed that, again, this kind of been few and far between for Ontario, specifically for this industry, for our presence. So it could be a really good review for yourself to see if there's any money that you can save. As an example, we recently just set up one organization within your membership, and they are saving over $1,000 per month in fees. They were on a flat rate fee, which was previously set up. It was the best way to explain it is we're a direct acquirer, and there are a lot of other businesses or a lot of other credit card services in the country that usually buy their services through a company like us. You could look at them as like, going to Costco is a great example where you can buy from Costco and you basically get the savings directly from the manufacturer with a slight markup from Costco. But if a business buys from Costco and puts it in their store, then you're paying the markup from Costco plus that business to buy it. So it's a good example of what some credit card acquirers are, and obviously, having the direct relationship with the card network does help from a direct relationship financial standpoint. But yeah, that's it for me. I appreciate the time today. Appreciate getting in front of the membership, and again, if anybody wants to touch base and discuss our services, discuss rates, see if it's something that we can help with, we can have that conversation. Worst you can tell us is no, it doesn't make sense, and we're okay with that. So again, appreciate the time, and everybody have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Drew. We appreciate you being here. I still don't see any questions come in, but please stick around a little longer, and we'll circle back to a quick question period after the next presenter.
Sure.
So our next presenter is Justin Henry, Corporate Partner Specialist with Good Life Fitness. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So, I'm sure most of you know what Good Life Fitness is. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about us, and I'm also going to share my screen here. Just give me a moment. Alrighty, let me know once you can see my screen. Awesome. Alrighty. So for those that don't know what Good Life Fitness is, we are Canada's largest fitness chain, and we do have over 200 different locations nationwide. So that's all the way from BC all the way up to Ontario. We don't have clubs in Quebec, unfortunately, but we do have 200 locations across Canada. We do also have over 1 million members. So 1 in 35 Canadians are actually Good Life Fitness members. So with Good Life, we do have partnerships across different companies. For the association, we do have a partnership with you guys as well. So any eligible member can receive 15% off all our membership types. As well as a great perk is you do get $0 off the enrollment fee. So typically, if you were to sign up online, or if you were to just go into our Good Life clubs and you weren't an association member, you would have to pay a $50 enrollment fee, and then there is no discount on top of that. So we do offer a great benefit for all eligible members. To register, it's quite simple. All you have to do is register online, and I'm going to show you guys quickly how you can actually do that. So I'm sure, I don't know, Darren, if you have the flyer up for members or if anyone has seen this yet, but this is the flyer for the association. If you do see this, all you have to do is you can scan this QR code, or you can visit this website, and this is going to be our online corporate registration tool. So once you're on the site, it's going to say, welcome to Good Life. It's going to ask you to enter your organization. So you're going to enter OACFP, and you're going to enter your member number. If you don't know what your member number is, I believe Darren's one that has all the member numbers. So if you need that, you can always contact him for that. And I'll go through a demo super quick on how it's done. It is done strictly online. So just so everyone's aware, you can't go into one of our locations directly sign up. It does need to be done directly on this website. But to register, once you click your member number and press confirm, it's going to bring you to the first step. And it's going to ask if you have an active login or if you want to create a login later. So if you are a current Good Life member, you can directly switch over to the corporate program and receive the discount right away. If you're not, you just press create login later. Let's just say I am a member. You're just going to press yes, I have an active login, and you're going to log into your account. So from there, you can choose your location. So you can enter your postal code, you can enter your city, and it will take you to a map here of all the locations in your area. I'm not sure why it's not loading right now, but you do have a list here as well. You can filter by city, province, and all that. But let's just say I want to choose Ottawa. So from here, you're going to see a list of all our membership options, and this includes the discount with it. So you can see here for performance, it's originally $54.99 biweekly. With the discount, it is $46.74. And you can just go through here and choose whatever membership option you'd like. Each membership is different. There is also a description for each membership on each card here. But let's just say I want the one location, and you can choose your payment frequency. So we are flexible in terms of payments. You can pay bi-weekly, you can pay monthly, or you can pay for a year in full. With our bi-weekly or monthly options, it is no commitment. So you're not locked into any contract. You can cancel at any time as long as we do have a 30-day notice. So you're not locked into any contract. The only time when there is commitment is if you decide to do a 1-year term. At that point, the membership is locked in for a year. But our bi-weekly and monthly options are a little bit more popular as you can cancel anytime. So let's say I want to do bi-weekly, and you'll see here the joining fee is $0. So like I said before, originally the enrollment fee is $50 if you don't have a discount, but because the association does, you do get the 15% plus that $0 enrollment fee. So I'm just going to press confirm here. We do offer personal training packages as well. So if you are a little bit worried about going to the gym for the first time, or you have questions, or you're not sure how to get started, we do have 2 different personal training options. So you can either choose 3 sessions or 6 sessions, and a trainer will go through any questions you have, show you how to work out, go through nutrition, and all that for you. Let's just say I want to go with the 3 sessions. You're going to press confirm. And then here you're going to enter all your details. So just basic personal information. And then from there, I'm going to press I agree. I do recommend everyone to review the agreement before you press accept. Typically you all just scroll down and press accept, but it is always good to just review it before you click next. Just enter a phone number there. Alrighty. Of course, it's being a little slow. There we go. So as a Good Life member as well, you do have the option to then extend the discount to 2 family members as well. So essentially how that works is you'd become the primary member, and you would be the payer for 2 family members that can also receive the 15% discount. So from there, you can add 2 people. You can either press add a new member if they've never been in Good Life before, or if they're a current member, you can add a current member as well. For now, I'm just going to skip that. And then from here, you go to our checkout. So you'll be able to see everything that's in your cart, how much it's going to be, tax, and how much your biweekly payments will be. So I'm just going to press continue. You just check the terms and conditions. Like I said, you want to read that again. And then you're going to enter your banking information. So for biweekly and monthly memberships, it is done through pre-authorized payments. So it does come directly from your bank account. Unfortunately, you're not able to pay directly with a credit card. The only time you can is if you do a paid in full. But this way, it just comes directly out your bank account. It'll be directly taken out bi-weekly. So once you do that, you're going to press next step, and you'll get a confirmation. So from there, you're pretty much ready to go. You can go right into the club, and it takes around 5-10 minutes to register, and you can become a member. If you have any questions during the registration process, we do have a live chat. So you do have a member support team that is available around 9 to 5 throughout business hours. So if you have any questions or you're getting an error when registering, our member support team would be more than happy to help out. One last thing I do want to cover as well is as a Good Life member, you do also have access to rewards. So we do have partnerships with over 100 different companies that do offer discounts to anything like we have. For example, Rogers is a discount. I don't know if anyone knows who Gymshark is. It's the biggest gym wear brand. We have a discount with them as well. But we do have discounts around 100 plus different partners. So once you register, you do have access to that as well. If you have any questions, you can also reach out to myself. Darren can also help you get your member number. And I just want to say thank you for having me, and we look forward to some of you potentially joining.
That's great. Thank you very much, Justin. Are there any questions out there for Joy, Drew, or Justin? I'm not seeing anything in the chat pane. But like Justin said, you know where to find your answers. If you do have questions in the future, you can reach out to Darren or go to our website and get all the details specifically for these partners. And I thank the three of you for being with us and presenting today. Thank you so much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having us.
Okay, so Darren and I also thought that it'd be valuable if we take a little quick tour of our website where I can maybe show you where we can find some of the other new benefits that we brought on in recent months. So I'm going to share my screen. Darren, can you see my screen now?
Yep, all good, Alan.
All good?
Yeah.
So the first thing that I want to demonstrate and point out is that there are two areas on the website where we can find information on our benefits. So the first place is on the public-facing site under the Join OACFP. The difference in going here compared to logging in to get that information from the member portal is that the public-facing site, and I'll just demonstrate here. If you go to member perks, you can see all the information there, except this information is there for people who might be considering joining OACFP, and it does not contain any of the codes that you're going to need to actually make that happen. So the best thing to do is to log in to the member portal. Okay, and once you're there, first thing to know is that if you go to my account, okay, in your profile, you're going to see here an account card. And right here is a unique identifier for every member that's registered with the OACFP site. That is the unique identifier that some of our partner benefit providers want to see. So that's where you can find that. Now, to get all the important information as to our member benefits, we need to go to resources. And under resources, we can jump to member benefits. And you can see just as before, our benefits are classified into two different groups. One, benefits for the business, and then benefits for your lifestyle. So let's just run through some of these. Advanced business systems. Again, this is, and I'll just jump to it, where you can purchase any number of computer-related hardware at discounted prices. I'll jump back. Algae Brown, one of our long-standing favorites. Again, all the information is listed there. Avis Budget Group, you'll notice that on the member portal, you now get all the promo codes. These can be used for the business, but this can be used, for example, if you've got even families coming in for funerals or for cemetery services and they need to rent the car because they're coming from the airport. I think we can make these codes available for anyone to use. Certified safety training. Again, you may have noticed in our ACE, our learning management portal, a lot of training videos there. They come from certified safety training. They'll also provide safety compliance assistance for any company needing those types of services. Davy Resource Group, again, another one of our longstanding favorites. In tandem, easy way for us to register for our Resound and SOCAN licensing, all in one spot. Global Payments, of course, we heard from already. Great Canadian Training. That's where you're going to find all the information. HR Downloads, Mark's Commercial, Mastermind City, 12-week AI course at a 40% discount. Palladium Insurance, another one of our long-standing favorites. Park and Fly, another new member benefit that we've brought on this year. Park and Fly has locations all throughout Canada. All are eligible. All the information is right here. Rogers Preferred, another new benefit brought to us this year. So the big issue, not the big issue, but the big thing is $20 a month savings potential on any cellular plan. Even on a personal level, if you have a family of 4, for example, so a family of 4 can save about $80 a month just by using our preferred Rogers program. Again, Avis Budget Group, CAA, another new benefit this year. I was very surprised to learn how many other benefits are involved with the CAA membership. So by being a CAA member, you also get discounts on other hotel chains, gasoline, restaurants, travel issues. There's a whole long list. CAA works by clubs. So there are various clubs throughout Ontario. Each one is unique. So by applying for membership in your area, you'll be able to find out what your discounted package is there. Again, Good Life Fitness, Hilton Hotels, Moores, another new one. Okay, 10% off. I've used this personally, even when receiving a discounted promotional flyer from Moores. Not only did I get the promotional price, but they took the 10% off of that price as well. So so far working out for me. Palladium Insurance, Percopolis, and again Rogers also used for personal benefits. So that's it. That's the quick overview of all the benefits offered through OACFP.